Every single day, 100 million barrels of crude oil power the entire modern world. 5 kilometers beneath your feet lies the black gold that fuels every car, plane, and city on Earth. That simple pump at your gas station is the final stop of the most complex journey on the planet. 300,000 tons, 5 kilometers deep, 9 billion liters. This is crude oil's insane scale. Before a single drill touches the ground, scientists walk thousands of kilometers mapping what lies deep below. Each tiny sensor planted in the earth listens for underground echoes that reveal hidden oil reservoirs below. Inside this truck, geophysicists read underground rock layers like pages of a book, finding oil without drilling a single hole. This massive vibrating truck sends powerful sound waves deep in the earth to locate buried oil fields below. Miles underground, between layers of limestone and sandstone, sits a pocket of liquid gold waiting to be found. Far from any city, these scientists camp for weeks in remote fields, hunting for oil that nobody can see yet. This survey ship drags 3 kilometers of underwater sensors, painting a complete picture of the ocean floor below. Raw seismic data looks like chaos, but trained eyes transform those lines into a detailed underground treasure map. In just 72 hours, a flat, empty field transforms into a 60-meter steel giant ready to drill for oil. This drill bit covered in tungsten carbide teeth will bore through solid rock harder than anything you can imagine. These roughnecks connect 9-meter steel pipe sections one by one, building a drill string miles into the earth. Standing beneath this 60-meter derrick and looking up is one of the most powerful industrial sites on Earth. Without this specially engineered drilling mud, the borehole would collapse and the entire well would be lost forever. A drilling rig never sleeps. Crews work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, drilling deeper every single hour. This sophisticated control cabin is where one skilled driller controls the entire operation miles beneath the surface. Deep underground, a razor-sharp drill bit chews through solid rock at 100 rotations every single minute. This machine separates rock cuttings from drilling fluid, allowing geologists to study exactly what formation the bit is cutting. Modern directional drilling allows engineers to steer a well horizontally, reaching oil reservoirs spread across vast underground distances. This 15-meter tall blowout preventer is the most critical safety device on any well, stopping catastrophic pressure blowouts. The moment the drill bit reaches the oil zone, everything changes as millions of years of pressure finally finds a pathway. This wireline logging tool lowers into the completed wellbore and reads the exact properties of every underground rock layer. 20 high-pressure pump trucks working simultaneously push water and sand deep into rock, creating thousands of tiny fractures releasing oil. Underground, those fractures spread outward from the wellbore like a web, releasing trapped oil from tight shale rock formations. This gleaming red Christmas tree controls all the pressure and flow from a completed oil well producing every single day. Across this flat landscape, 30 pump jacks work in perfect rhythm, each one lifting crude oil from hundreds of meters below. These 4 large white storage tanks hold millions of liters of crude oil, waiting for pipeline transport to the refinery. On this offshore platform miles from shore, engineers produce thousands of barrels of crude oil every single day around the clock. This pipeline stretches across thousands of kilometers of wilderness, silently carrying crude oil from field to refinery every day. 2 skilled welders join this massive pipeline section with a perfect weld that must hold millions of liters under pressure. Inside this pumping station, massive centrifugal pumps push crude oil hundreds of kilometers further down the pipeline every hour. This 300,000-ton oil tanker carries enough crude oil to fill over 1 million cars with gasoline in a single voyage. At this loading terminal, millions of liters of crude oil transfer from shore storage into the tanker's massive cargo tanks below. This pipeline cleaning pig travels 500 kilometers inside the pipe, scrubbing the interior walls perfectly clean without stopping flow. From above, a modern oil refinery looks like a city built entirely from steel, pipes, and towers stretching across 5 kilometers. The first step at the refinery is testing every incoming barrel of crude oil to determine its exact chemical composition and quality. This 60-meter distillation tower heats crude oil to 350 degrees, separating it into different products by boiling point. Inside the distillation column, rising vapors condense at different heights, each level collecting a completely different petroleum product automatically. This network of heat exchangers recovers thermal energy between process streams, saving millions of dollars in fuel costs every single year. Inside this modern control room, operators monitor thousands of process variables simultaneously, keeping the entire refinery running safely and efficiently. This refinery flare burns excess hydrocarbon gases safely, converting them to carbon dioxide rather than releasing raw gas into atmosphere. In this bright laboratory, chemists analyze crude oil samples from around the world, each one requiring a slightly different refining approach. This fluid catalytic cracking unit is the heart of the refinery, converting heavy oil into the gasoline your car runs on daily. These microscopic catalyst particles are the secret behind catalytic cracking. Their porous zeolite structure breaking large hydrocarbon molecules into smaller ones. The hydrotreater removes sulfur from diesel and gasoline using hydrogen gas at high pressure, making fuels clean enough for modern engines. The catalytic reformer rearranges naphtha molecules using platinum catalyst at 500 degrees, dramatically increasing the octane rating of gasoline. This alkylation unit combines small gas molecules into premium high-octane gasoline components, requiring extreme care due to the acids involved. Vacuum distillation processes the heaviest crude oil fractions under reduced pressure, extracting valuable lubricant-based oils and feedstocks for cracking units. Inside this thermal cracker, extreme heat breaks the heaviest residue molecules apart, converting them into lighter, more valuable fuel products. The sulfur recovery unit captures hydrogen sulfide removed from crude oil and converts it into bright yellow solid elemental sulfur for industrial use. Modern gasoline blending is fully automated, with computers mixing dozens of different refinery streams to achieve the exact octane and vapor pressure required. Every batch of refined fuel is tested against strict international specifications before it leaves the refinery, ensuring your engine performs perfectly every time. From this product pipeline manifold, different refined fuels flow in separate streams toward airports, truck terminals, and distribution centers across the country. Clean, bright jet fuel flows directly from the refinery through dedicated pipelines to airport storage tanks, then into aircraft within just hours. At this loading terminal, tanker trucks fill with precisely measured fuel loads and immediately head to petrol stations across the surrounding region. These enormous white spherical tanks store liquefied petroleum gas under pressure, supplying the cooking gas used in millions of homes every day. Even the thick black asphalt poured on every road you drive comes from the very bottom of the crude oil refining process. Adjacent to the refinery, this petrochemical plant converts naphtha into ethylene and propylene, the building blocks of every plastic product you touch daily. From this distribution center, hundreds of tanker trucks depart every day carrying refined fuel to thousands of petrol stations across the entire country. That moment you pull the fuel nozzle from your car, you complete a journey that began miles underground and crossed an entire continent to reach you. Every major oil-producing country on Earth is connected through this invisible global network of pipelines, tankers, and refineries running every single hour. The world's largest oil processing facility in Saudi Arabia processes 7 million barrels every single day from a single enormous complex. From just one barrel of crude oil, refineries extract gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, plastics, medicines, fertilizers, rubber, and hundreds of other everyday products. In 2,000 meters of water, this semi-submersible drilling rig accesses oil reserves that were completely unreachable just 30 years ago. Canada's oil sands contain the third largest oil reserve on Earth, with massive yellow trucks moving millions of tons of material every single day. Today, oil refineries and renewable energy facilities stand side by side as the world navigates the greatest energy transition in all of human history. As the sun sets over this refinery, thousands of lights illuminate the towers and pipes of an industrial complex that never stops running, not for a single second. Every product you use today, from the plastic in your phone to the fuel in your car, traces its origin back to a single dark liquid pulled from deep underground. This single gleaming pump jack standing in a sunny field is connected to every city, every airplane, every plastic bottle, and every road on the entire planet. 100 million barrels every single day. The most extraordinary industrial journey on Earth begins deep underground and ends in everything that powers modern civilization as we know it.